Yo, football fans, it's me, Football Fakir, and I'm back with another episode in my series called Road to the World Cup. And yes, we are at the business end of the tournament. We are in the quarterfinals now, and I'll be doing a pre-match preview for every quarterfinal. So please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. So before we continue and jump into the video, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and do share this out to all your friends and family. It really helps the channel grow. We do interact with all the people who comment. So thank you so much if you have liked, subscribe, and comment on the previous videos. If not, we do appreciate you for just watching. However, please don't be shy. It takes nothing to you to subscribe or the like button. So the first match we look at is the first quarterfinal is France versus Morocco, and if you look at it, this is probably the most exciting match. If you speak about form within this World Cup, I think both sides going forward are very ruthless. They create numerous of scoring opportunities, and they attack you with venomous pace. They attack you with in the attacking numbers, and it will be very crucial for either sides. Defensively, they need to be disciplined because both sides attack, and the way they attack can be very crucial in this quarterfinal. And if you look at France, I mean, that front three that they have, or not the front three, but three of the key players, Mbappé, Olise, and Dembélé, I compare them to the 2002 World Cup Brazil three they had in Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, and Rivaldo. And please, I'm not saying that France three is the same talent as those three. I'm speaking about specifically the format they were in the World Cup and the way they played. The France three and the Brazil three. There's not a big difference between the way these three play. But let's look at the France three, and you speak about Olise, in my opinion, one of the best players in the world at the moment, if not the best in terms of current form and the way he plays. He's exciting to watch. Whenever he gets the ball, you can just expect something magical to happen. And it will be so important how he starts for France. We saw against Senegal when he played from the right, he wasn't effective at Didier Deschamps just moves into the number 10 position, and he made France play so fluidly, man. The way he's just that link that you need between your midfielders and your attacking three. He picks out his pass, he knows when to dribble, he knows when to have a shot at goal. He's electrifying to watch, and I think he will be very key in this game, because obviously Bouadi, we know the young Moroccan midfielder will have his work cut out for him with a player like Olise, and we can probably test Bouadi and see if he's the player that everyone is speaking about. You go to Dembélé, who's probably the lesser spoke about the three back-to-back Champions League. With many are saying obviously back-to-back Ballon d'Or winner, scored a hat-trick in the tournament already. But the work Dembélé does goes unnoticed because he's not much in the highlights. You don't see the runs he makes to draw players away from players out of position to create a space for Olise to shoot, or to create that space for Mbappe to run in. Dembele is on another level, in my opinion, in terms of work rate, what he does off the ball. Not many are willing to sacrifice that in a side where they come from a side of being the main man, being the target man up front to score the goals. The team relies upon you, and you come into in the front side that's so fully stacked that you have to lessen your responsibility. But when it's time to step up, you do, and that's what Dembele does, in my opinion. And then you go to the captain, and Kylian Mbappe. I mentioned that he is probably in a France jersey. You can expect only the best out of Mbappe, no matter how he performs for his club. Leading up to a World Cup, come in the World Cup or in an international tournament for France, Mbappe knows how to step up and turn it up a gear, and he scored 7 goals so far in the tournament. He's led France from the front. And if you look how they got to the quarterfinals, obviously beating Paraguay, which was a tough and scrappy encounter, but Mbappe's penalty secured their place in the last 8. So it will be very key for that Moroccan defenders to be able to nullify Mbappe and the supply towards Mbappe, because you can give him one chance and he might punish you. The key thing for Morocco is the role Hakimi will play in this game. Will he be adventurous and go forward as we all know him to do so? My only problem is he's been caught out a lot when he goes forward, and I don't think he has the enough cover, or the people covering him doesn't do the job correctly, because you saw against Brazil, Hakimi went on the attack, they lost possession, ball got played to Vinicius. who received the ball in that vacant position that Hakimi left, and they got punished. And in that game specifically, Hakimi sat back a bit. Against Canada, where they won 3-0, we also saw him in that first half being caught out of position a couple of times. And Canada didn't punish them. But if you look at Hakimi, I mean, he's managed to score it in the tournament. He's on the assist sheet as well. The best right back in the world, in my opinion, at the moment, in terms of attack and defense. Yes, he attacks way more than he should, because you'll see him pop up in the striker position too many times. But he has the ability to recover and defend as well. Will he lessen his attacking ability, knowing that he plays in France? He knows half of this France side from PSG. They know him, so it'll be interesting to see the role he plays. And obviously Morocco will be without Saibari, who picked up a hamstring injury against Canada. He's been their leading goal scorer. He's been scoring the goals for Morocco. Obviously, he also made a big move to Bayern Munich, and Morocco will be without him, so it'll be again interesting to see how they play without him. He went off against Canada, and obviously still managed to score 3 goals. So like I mentioned, both sides are very attack-minded. They're not afraid to push numbers forward. But I do think that in the quarterfinal, both these sides won't play that type of football. They'll attack in moments. They'll pick their moments when to attack. They play very similar type of football. The only difference is that with France, you have that individual ability of Mbappé, Olise, Dembélé, Barcola, Desiree Doué, to name a few. They have that individual ability of each of those players. You can bring on Ryan Cherki from the bench. And then you have the Moroccan side, is more of a unit. And it will all be, basically, in my opinion, will come down to talent versus hard work. This Moroccan side is a hard-working side. They've been to the semi-final before, so this quarter-final won't be a step too far for them. It won't be a bigger stage because they have been to a semi-final. They're currently the only African team still in the tournament, and they're carrying the dreams of a whole continent. As many are saying, could this be a year African team wins the tournament? And I don't see it not happening, because Morocco have the ability to do so. France, on the other hand, finalists 2 World Cups in a row. They will look to try and make it a third, and show why French football is so dominant. It will be very interesting to see. It can go either way. I don't want to predict this one, because it can become a dull affair. It can become where both teams are too afraid to attack and they take it all the way to extra time or penalties. It can go that way. But with the amount of attacking players you have on the field and the quality you have, I don't see this game going beyond extra time. And I do predict maybe a 2-1 win to France. I do see both teams scoring, to be honest. But yeah, that is my thoughts and my prediction for the first quarterfinal between France and Morocco. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think and who you predict will win the game. But it's me, Football Fakir, and what do I know about football?